my channel. Today is a video that I'm excited for because it's all about iron-on. And you guys know, hopefully, if you don't know who I am, I'm Auntie Tay, and if you don't know, then you don't know, but hopefully one day you will, that iron-on is my absolute favorite thing to work with. There's lots of reasons why I love to work with iron-on, but I wanted to show you from beginning to end, including all the different products that Cricut offers and all those things and why I love it so much. And you guys will know that I use it on a lot of products, including things that you would typically use vinyl on. I've started to try to use iron-on because iron-on is the most fun and it has less steps and it's more durable to me, I think, and it's just so much fun. So let's get going. I'm gonna show you from beginning to end everything you're gonna need to use iron-on, what kinds of iron-on there is, how to apply it, how to remove, not to remove it, but how to stick it onto your products, and then including some of the types of surfaces that we've actually used it on. So let's get going, and don't forget to click subscribe and find your links for coupons in the description box, and let's go. Alright guys, so there are a bunch of different types of iron-on, and my favorite is glitter iron-on, but I'm going to show you generally how to use iron-on in general, all the steps that you'll need, and these are the steps that you'll use for any type of iron-on that you get on the Cricut website or any other website, but this is not the steps you will use for printable iron-on. So as long as you're using an iron-on that comes in the roll or the glitter, this is how you'll use it. Some of the tools you'll want are the scraping tool, the weeding tool, scissors, and my favorite, the portable trimmer tool, which I use every day. Another thing is the heat press, and the heat press is really good to have, and if not, just an iron will work as well. Something that is optional is the Cricut Brite Pad, which makes weeding easier, so you might want to look into getting that if you're going to be using a lot of iron-on. So you can iron on to a bunch of different surfaces. We've actually used a lot of different things on my channel that some people haven't thought of yet, like wood and metal, but canvas is really good, fabric is really good, and we're going to continue to try other surfaces, so make sure to follow along on my channel because we're always trying iron-on things since I love it so much. I love to use the strong grip mat just because iron-on is very thick, so I typically go with the strong grip mat. The other mats will work just as well, and if you ever need help, there is instructions on any roll that you get from Cricut, and it will help you and walk you through every step, although I'm showing you right now. So the thing with iron-on is you'll notice one side is shiny and one side is not. That's because iron-on has a plastic coating on the outside of it, and that is why we lay it shiny side down. What we're actually doing is we are laying it down upside down, so you want to make sure that when you are designing your designs, you want to flip it backwards, but we'll get back to that in a second. So we're gonna measure our surface that we're going to iron on, and then we're going to cut our iron-on with our Cricut. If you have any of the Explore series, you'll notice that there's already a setting for iron-on, which is what you'll use if you're using any basic type iron-on. I also use that for foil as well. But if you're using the Maker or you're using glitter iron-on or any special type of iron-on, you'll have to choose from the computer, but don't worry, the machine will not cut without letting you actually do this step, so you won't forget this. So you're just gonna select from iron-on, and then you'll notice there's a bunch of different types of iron-on. You just choose the type that you're using, and then we're good to go. This is also where you'll need to make sure that your design is flipped backwards. That's because iron-on is backwards, so make sure you go to the edit mark on your mat and click mirror. So just make sure we have a regular blade set in our machine, and we're gonna start cutting. So once it's cut, you'll notice that the lines are kind of hard to see sometimes. So you can either use your mat or you can flip it over and sometimes you can see. When I weed, I like to just kind of find a spot around the design that's not right against the design, but I start to pick it up, and then I can just kind of pick it up with my fingers. And the reason I love iron-on is weeding is so easy. It just kind of comes off in one solid swoop, and it's kind of fun to do and try to figure out or try to challenge yourself to try to get it off in one piece. Obviously, you'll need to go in and get any little pieces that are inside, like inside these T's or inside of an O and things like that. So now that we have it cut and weeded, we're ready to iron it on. So I'm going to use the Easy Press. You can also use your iron. There is a quick guide that comes with your Easy Press if you have one that tells you exactly the temperature that you're going to need. I also have a video called How to Use Your Easy Press if you want to know exactly how to use that. So once it's all ready to go, we're just going to stick it onto our surface that we're using it on, and I like to use a protective sheet of fabric, especially if I'm using regular iron-on. If you're using anything more durable like the glitter iron-on, you'll notice that it can handle a little bit more heat, and I'm showing you how I'm using the iron in this, but you can also use the Easy Press. If you're watching this video for the first time, you might think that it sounds a little hard or crazy or a lot of steps, but just get your feet wet and start doing it. The more you play with this stuff, the more you realize that it's super simple, but this was the step-by-step guide on how to use it, and I hope that it helped you get a little bit more familiar with iron-on. But if you want to know anything else, check out my channel because we have lots of stuff going on. There's links in the description to buy things for your Cricut, or if you don't have one, you can get one there as well. Don't forget to use my coupon code. I love you guys. Bye.